Nick, you are a slinger signaller. You're on a job here at the moment in North London. Just going to find out a little bit about what you think of the role. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Great. Well, look, the first thing I want to know is how many years have you been slinging?
Close to 20 years.
20 years. Wow, and you're actually a crane supervisor now, aren't you?
Yeah.
But you still do quite a lot of slinging work, you told me.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to know is how difficult is lifting for someone to get into at the beginner stage?
It's not difficult at all. It's easier if you have common sense.
Okay.
If you have a general knowledge or understanding of what's going on a day-to-day basis, then yeah, you'll pick this up pretty easy.
Okay, and how did you personally get into lifting?
So I had my son at a young age, and the job I was in wasn't stable enough. Two of my dad's mates were still erectors. My dad spoke to them. They said that they needed more slingers for the cranes. So we found the course, done the course, and yeah.
So you're looking for something a bit more stable, and would you say you found that stability within working in lifting operations?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Would you recommend it?
Yes, because I've told my son, who's training to be an aviation engineer.
Brilliant! Wow.
If it doesn't work out, then he's to come into slinging.
So if he changes his mind about that, you would actually tell your own son to do it yourself as his father?
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, that's fantastic. I would love to know, what is your favourite thing about the work?
Being on a different location during, like if you're in contract lifting, different location, every other day or every other week, and being outdoors and just generally meeting new people, and it's not a stressful environment.
Okay. And best shift ever, and why?
Best shift ever would be my first shift, which was working on the O2 arena.
Gosh, and why was it the best shift?
Just because it was ground level, so I was there for the whole project, and it was a case of achievement and getting to understand my job role better.
So you felt like you'd passed your course, you were finally getting a hang of things. Great, okay. Here is the golden question everyone wants to know. What is the most money you've ever made in one day?
Contract lifting again, 520? Yeah, 520, and that was back-to-back shifts.
£520 on a contract lift. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. What was your quickest job ever?
Started at 8, so that was putting the crane up and taking the crane down by 9:30.
So you were on site for an hour and 30 minutes.
Yep.
Got paid a full day, I take it. I'm assuming you made at least £200 for that day.
Yep, pretty much.
Not bad at all. What did you struggle with most when you first started?
Talking on the radio.
Talking on the radio. And why was that?
Well, because I'd never spoken to somebody on the radio before. Like you had, as a kid, walkie-talkies, and you talk.
It's obviously quite a specific language, isn't it, speaking to crane drivers?
But I got told to just talk to the crane drivers as if I was talking to somebody on the phone.
Okay, fair enough. And how easy is it to get work?
Fairly easy.
As a slinger signaller, of course.
The most I've ever been out of work is 1 or 2 weeks, and that's due to choice.
That's because of choice.
Yeah.
It's quite good in that way, isn't it? Because you can take a lot of time off if you want to. You know, it actually suits people really well that have other things going on as well. That's what we find. Final question for you, Nick. Should students join the Lift Tech Academy, or would you recommend the Lift Tech Academy?
Yeah, 100%. It's a great skill to have. Thing is once
learning to lift, you mean?
Yeah, learning to lift. Once you've got that skill set, it then allows you can either work in the UK or you can go abroad and earn money abroad.
Sure.
And if, for example, I know a lot of students like to travel. You can travel to Australia, do the same job.
Yeah, sure. Well, Nick, thanks so much for answering all the questions. Really appreciate you answering those for us, and have yourself a great day.
Cheers, mate.